Chapter 4 begin with Invincible heads to the teen team lair, wanting to warn Eve about the student who was just killed. He tells Robot that someone is abducting students and turning them into human bombs. He also fills in Eve and Rex, but Robot tells them all to go home, get some sleep, and stay alert at school for anything suspicious. Mark returns home and finds his mother still awake. This time, she's clearly worried about Nolan, remembering when he once disappeared for 7 months, trapped in another dimension. The next day, Mark and Eve discuss the case, and Mark wishes it were just some giant monster he could punch, since that's the only kind of problem he feels good at handling. During physics class, they start talking again, and the teacher jokingly calls them boyfriend and girlfriend, making the whole class laugh. Mark feels the professor acted like a jerk and made things uncomfortable between him and Eve. Robot contacts Eve, saying he's uncovered something important, but the team is busy at the moment. He explains that their physics teacher previously worked for a military research company and is actually responsible for the attacks. Mark and Eve suit up and fly to the professor's house to confront him before the authorities arrive. Professor Miles immediately admits everything. He explains that he targeted the school bullies out of revenge after his life fell apart. His son had suffered severe bullying at school, which destroyed his family, led to his divorce, and cost him his job. Consumed by grief and anger, he wanted to make those responsible suffer and planned to end everything in one final explosion, taking 2 superheroes with him. The bomb strapped to his chest is set to detonate in 1 minute, giving Invincible just enough time to grab him and fly away. Mark takes him all the way to Antarctica, trying to keep the blast far from anyone else. Afterward, Mark goes home and asks his mom if his dad has returned, but he hasn't. As Mark heads upstairs, Omni-Man suddenly comes home and tells Debbie he needs to shave. She's overwhelmed with relief. At dinner, Debbie asks if anything interesting happened that day, and Nolan casually says he spent the last 8 months enslaved by an army from another dimension. Time moved much slower there, but he managed to start a rebellion and eventually escape back home.